Water scarcity is no longer a distant threat. It's a stark reality for millions. But what happens when the rivers run dry and aquifers are overdrawn? For many, the answer is displacement. Today, we'll explore the powerful connection between transboundary water scarcity and refugee movements. Over 2 billion people live in water-stressed regions, and the situation is worsening due to climate change, population growth, and mismanagement. In transboundary basins, the stakes are even higher as nations compete for dwindling resources. In regions like the Middle East, water scarcity is a daily struggle. Shared rivers like the Tigris and Euphrates are critical lifelines, but declining flows have forced communities to migrate in search of water and livelihoods. Once one of Africa's largest freshwater lakes, Lake Chad has shrunk by 90% since the 1960s. Shared by Chad, Niger, Nigeria, and Cameroon, its decline has devastated agriculture, fishing, and drinking water supplies. As livelihoods vanish, millions have been forced to flee. Today, over 2.5 million people are displaced in the region, with many crossing borders to escape the combined pressures of water scarcity, poverty, and conflict. Between 2006 and 2010, Syria faced its worst drought in 900 years. Crops failed, livestock perished, and rural families migrated to cities in search of work. This massive internal displacement contributed to social unrest, which escalated into the Syrian civil war. The war displaced millions within Syria and across its borders. While water scarcity wasn't the sole cause, it was a critical stressor that exacerbated existing tensions. Water scarcity in transboundary basins like the Indus and Nile is expected to worsen. With populations growing and flows declining, millions more may face displacement unless urgent action is taken. Imagine a scenario where a shared river fails to meet the needs of its upstream and downstream users. As tensions rise, industries shut down, farms collapse, and families are forced to migrate, adding pressure to already vulnerable neighboring regions. But displacement isn't inevitable. By managing shared water resources cooperatively, nations can reduce the risks of scarcity and migration. Here's how: improved agreements, strengthening treaties like the Indus Waters Treaty to address emerging challenges. Sustainable water use, promoting water-efficient agriculture and industry. Humanitarian efforts, providing support to water-stressed communities to reduce migration pressures. In the Senegal River Basin, joint projects have improved irrigation and energy access, creating jobs and reducing migration pressures. It's proof that cooperation works. Technology is offering new solutions. AI models now predict areas at risk of water-driven displacement, enabling governments to take preemptive action. Satellites monitor river flows in real time, ensuring equitable use. Grassroots efforts like rainwater harvesting and local water conservation projects are also vital in reducing stress on shared resources. Water scarcity doesn't have to lead to displacement. With cooperation, innovation, and a commitment to equity, we can ensure that rivers and lakes continue to sustain lives instead of forcing people to leave their homes. In our next episode, we'll explore how climate change is reshaping water governance and what nations can do to secure a sustainable future for everyone. Join us as we dive into the solutions shaping tomorrow's water policies.